Can you hear me?
Yes.
Very good. Now, while setting up, give me an update. What's going on in school?
Oh, I didn't go to school today.
Is it because you start later?
No, it's because I was sick.
Oh, right. Okay, so school is starting today. You're not attending tomorrow? No?
Yeah, tomorrow I'll be going, yeah.
Right. Is there any math today?
Yeah, there was maths today.
But
it was actually a farewell session for our teacher, so.
Sorry, what session?
It was a farewell session. We are gonna get a new teacher. So we didn't do anything. It was just a.
For the math or for another subject?
For math.
Oh, now that's interesting.
Yeah. We didn't do it.
Tell me how the new math teacher will be lah, right? When you meet him.
When I see him.
Right, cool. Okay, so let's keep getting ahead of the class. The objective is to understand the class better lah. They'll be just the same as your function. Let me see. Your lecture notes will be the same. Don't think there'll be any change at all. Now, until we know what your first topic will be, entering the school, it can be a few options, right? They seem to not stick to the syllabus strictly. So until we know, we will simply continue with the difficult thing lah. The difficult thing will be the trigonometry lah. Right? Yeah. So what we have covered, right? Now, we're not going to wait for the rest. We're going to start because we only have 1 hour today. Yeah. So you have your let me see, wait. You should have, for normal school days, like Rao, we should have our own Jamboard. So let me see.
Like each person has their own Jamboard?
No, not each question. Each person has their own Jamboard. Right. So I suppose then we should let me see your last Jamboard. Your last Jamboard seems to be 3005. Okay, let me open that. 3005, Ainesh trigonometry, second sector. Right. Okay. So it's not trigonometry. Okay. Today is 6. All right, we have the advanced trigo, and I'll move certain things from the previous one, right? So join me in that Jamboard, the 3005, and then I'll be at page 8.
You're not here.
Who is not here? Sorry.
But you see me at page 8?
I seem to see you. Let me see. Yep. You're here. We're at the same page, right? Same page.
Just don't see your symbol on the thing. Like, the...
For some reason, I also don't, but here you go. I'm typing hi.
Yeah,
see your laser pointer. Right, okay. Right, so yeah. Let me go back to the, okay, right. So I'm copying a few pages from the Jamboard of final holiday tuition. Right, okay. Okay, so I'm putting it here, and just to remind you. Okay, there you go. Okay. So putting it there. Now, I will revise with you the triangle method. right? The method that is supposed to counter the weakness of calculator. In fact, we'll be countering the weakness of calculator a lot, right? But this is one of the first few questions that clearly, how do I say that? Clearly seem to despise calculator. It's not actually despising. It's like trying to make up for the calculator's weaknesses. Do you still remember what the calculator's weakness are? We covered two of them.
We said that it couldn't get the exact nice number.
Right. If it is possible, he cannot. Right. That's one lah. Right. Do you remember another one?
Like when there's two answers, it usually goes for the smaller one.
Yeah, the simpler or the smaller one, which end up usually not what the question wants, because the question maker knows the weakness. Right. Yeah. It is by design. It is by design. Right. It's not a random chance. It is almost always like that. Now, let's refresh ourselves before we do question B. Question B will be the weirdest form of the trying to make up for the calculator weakness kind of question. So now refresh ourselves. It is extremely easy to make our own question, just to test ourselves, right? So I'm going to ask you to do that. Choose between sine, cosine, or tangent.
Sine, I guess.
All right, let's go for sine. Okay, so sine A, normal, right? You're not going to give yourself A, like this is how to make a question. Sine A equals to a fraction. Now, give us a fraction here. Give us a fraction.
3/7.
All right, 3/7. Right, I'm going to avoid 7 because last time we use a different denominator.
No,
That would be too easy. Yeah. 8. Okay, let's go for 8. And to spice things up, we're doing a minus. Hi, Aditya, I can see you. Yeah, I'm waiting for your video. Right. So okay, minus. Then you have to specify which quadrant. Right, because let's say sine A is negative. I will remind you that sine A graph looks like that, right? Sine graph is negative at 2 quadrants. What are they?
Quadrant 3 and quadrant 4.
Obviously, and for this question, we simply limit it to 1. Sometimes it can be as blatant as A is at quadrant which one. So you're going to limit it quadrant 3 or quadrant 4. That's up to you.
It is quadrant. Wait, we don't know what quadrant it is.
Oh, no. You're the question maker right now. Remember, we are the question maker right now. So our duty is to limit it to 1. So it's not that we don't know. It's ours to decide because we're the question maker.
Quadrant 4 then.
All right. So we have basically almost finished our question. That's the setup done. And then you're just going to ask what it is. For example, we can ask ourselves, what's tangent A? All right. Ting tong. And to just give you a practice on the formula, you can also ask yourself one of these, right? So please choose one for yourself. I'm going to ask this, or that. All right. So you cannot ask A and B. So you can ask A and B. So you just ask C or D. D, yeah? D, all right. So let's ask ourselves what's cosine to A, and you will be needing the formula, right? Okay, the formula is there for you. So practice your triangle method, the method that is supposed to, work best, right? Okay, go ahead. Do it on paper. I think that's better.
Yeah.
Okay. So Aditya, I can show you. Yeah, very good. Can you zoom in a bit, please? Aditya, can you hear me? You're muted. Right. Can you hear me, Aditya? Aditya, testing. Can you hear me? Aditya, can you hear me?
Hello.
All right. Okay, Aditya. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Aditya? Right. Okay. I've been asking you that 4 times. Can you actually hear me, or you just could hear me, just now?
I told you before, I think I will leave from my laptop because my Bluetooth headphones keep switching and it's really annoying.
All right. So is the problem set up? Because now it looks normal, feels normal. No? Okay, wait. Ainesh is a revision, yeah. So I want to help you if you forget, but try to revise. Good. That's a good start. Good. Okay, Aditya, speak to me when you feel that everything is done, yeah?
Yeah, I fixed it. I just left from my laptop, no use.
Oh, right. Okay, all right. So you will just use the Jamboard lah for your laptop. You don't need the Zoom on your laptop. Yeah, that's how the setup should be lah. That's simple stuff lah. Right. In holiday tuition, we may need our laptop for Zoom. In normal tuition, usually we don't. Just rely on our Jamboard. And the Jamboard we'll be using is the Jamboard we used yesterday lah. Simple stuff, right? Okay.
Yep.
So I'm following you, Ainesh. Good job for now, yeah. Okay, you're doing all the right things for now. Also a very good job on the minus 3. Very good job. Now, Aditya, do you have math today? A math, I think.
I didn't have school today.
Can you hear me? Right.
I did not have.
Right, you're starting on Wednesday. Sorry. Oh no, you're starting on next week. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Keep forgetting that. Right. Let's simply move ahead. Yesterday we were using the textbook. We were a bit groping here, groping there in the dark. I hope you see some light, right? So all we have to do right now, seemingly, is to follow your textbook, right? Because this topic is not very fancy. Usually, I would say, right? Let's go to textbook chapter 5.5 lah.
All right. Just one sec. I'm gonna try something. Just
right.
Just.
Ainesh seems a bit blurry. Can I confirm? Is that root 35?
Oh, wait. Oh, I can't see.
Oh, root 55. Oh, no, done. No need. Now it's clear. Nice. Okay, it's root 55. I will agree with that. I love it. Now, there's a slight error here on your side. Tangent A, on the right-hand side, you shouldn't write the word tangent. Tangent A is simply minus 3 over root 55. You don't need the tangent on the right-hand side. Does this make sense? Because tangent is just the ratio of, opposite over adjacent, right? I like the negative, and basically you are done for the tangent. Good. You got it. Okay, Aditya, your textbook, please, for page 5.5.
Yep.
Chapter 5.5, sorry.
Wait, I can't really read it because the image is a bit small.
All right. You're referring to the cosine 2a, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you can make it bigger, You can. You just make it bigger. If it is unclear, you tell me again. Because this is your Jamboard, I'm just dropping by and helping you. Make it as big as you want, rearrange as much as you want. This is your Jamboard. Make it work.
So it's 1 minus 2 sine square A, correct?
That's one of the options. Yes, you have 3 options. That is one of the options. You can use that if you want to. Okay. So Aditya, for some reason, he wants you to solve more complex quadratic equation. Don't know what that means, but you're zooming out. Okay, great. I like this. Okay. Don't know why, because this is usually done not by graph, right? Usually not done by graph, usually done by normal stuff as you see here. Let's move to the next page. Let's see what this chapter is aiming.
Okay. One sec. I kind of need to make some adjustments.
Oh, that is what he means. Really? It's no longer a graph. It's no longer a graph, right? Ain't no longer a graph. Yeah, ain't no longer a graph. Okay, let's not deal with the graph. Now, Ainesh, any problem with the formula?
No.
All right. So yeah. So work example 11 will be our new guy lah. Our new guy. He's asking you to solve a non-quadratic equation, correct? On the right-hand side, there's a non-quadratic, and he advised you to use the substitution. The substitution, you will notice, will make it quadratic. That's the first line of the answer and the second line. I think it's very obvious why, therefore, you want to substitute, right? Because it makes your life easier. Then you quadratic everything, and then suddenly at the third line from below, from the bottom, you suddenly reverse the substitution.
Yeah.
You reverse substitution because that's what you need to do when you substitute. You reverse it back, and then you can find the proper answer. Right?
Yeah.
In work example 12, you will also need a substitution, but they don't tell you. So that's, I suppose, that's the challenge. Okay. So would you kindly do work example 11 by not looking at the answer? So you check it out, you're happy, you close with your paper, you do it. Would you be able to do that?
Yeah.
Please do so. Take it slow, you're absorbing it. Okay, so Ainesh, do we have cosine to A? Do you have cosine to A?
I don't understand how you square it. What do you mean by sine square A?
Right, that's a very weird way of writing. I admit, I would like to explain, right? What they mean by that. Now, this one is easy to understand, right? It's just sine A times sine A, right?
Yeah.
This is what they mean by this weird guy. It's a very weird way of writing, but this is their preferred way of writing.
Yeah.
It is, right? So just to be clear, it is not that. It is not. Just to be clear. Okay, right. Right. So work example 11, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Ainesh, with that in mind, can you actually do cosine to A? Come on, come on.
Yeah. Okay.
Less delay. Thank you. All right. Let's do that. Yep. Looks fine with me. Right. So cosine 2A is going to be positive. Can't be so sure about that, but it looks like you're doing all things correctly. So I have no objection currently, right? Now, turns out that cosine 2A is something easy because you chose the right formula. You see the options, and then you chose the last one. Totally agree with you. That's the easiest option here. In other cases, it might not be. Will sine 2A be slightly harder? Just slightly, I suppose.
Sine 2A.
Will it be slightly harder?
Sine 2A is 2 sine A cos A. Yeah, it'll be a bit harder, because you have to find cos.
You are absolutely right. Just do it for the sake of feeling the formula, and then we're done with this refresher, right? You can move on to the harder one. Okay, Aditya, I agree. Yeah, good. Right. So, Aditya, you're clear with the benefits of substitution, yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Now, work example 12. Don't look at the answer key. Don't. Why? Because we want to discuss the substitution that makes our life easier. Do you have any proposal on the substitution?
Wait, are we on page 9 of the Jamboard?
Let me see. I haven't wrote anything, but I suppose we are at page 10 because today is a new one. Huh? So I'm going to write that down. 27 June, right? Chapter
I felt like something was happening on the Jamboard and I was on the wrong page.
Currently, no. Currently, I am relying on your textbook much, right?
Alrighty.
Let us discuss. Propose your substitution that will make your life easier, but don't look at the answer key because obviously the answer key tells you already. If you look at it, then, well, less of learning, but still learn something. Right, so your cosine A, Ainesh? Yeah, totally agree with you. Are you sure it's a positive for cosine A?
Yeah, it is.
Right, trying to plant seeds of doubt for you, but it's not working, so very good. Okay, so Aditya, right, I mean, you're staring at the answer key, so you can see the substitution already, right? So do you agree with the substitution? I guess that's the question.
I do.
Right. That will be your additional experience, meaning you may have to guess the substitution by yourself, right? The rest works out, when you reach your quadratic, the rest works out easily, just normal stuff, right? Okay, I have my final question. The root x equals to -3. That will be the last final working. He say has no real solution. What does that mean?
Because it is a negative and it doesn't really work that way. I don't know how to explain it.
Square anything will not give you a negative, and therefore you're gonna reject that, right? Ainesh, I like the
I tried to get a fraction because it kept giving me decimals.
Oh no, keep the fraction. However, I noticed that you are doing very well until the second line, and then your final line actually you make a mistake, and I want you to figure it out. All right? Okay, only the final line. Yes, Aditya.
May I just go to the washroom really quick?
Very quickly. Go ahead.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, 64.
Very good.
Yeah.
And there is one more simplification to do. There is an opportunity to simplify. So meaning to say, you don't have to do -3/4 become -6/8. You don't have to what? For multiplication, you never have to make the denominator the same one.
I know, I was just to make it clearer for me.
Fair enough, but as a result, you have to simplify again.
Yeah,
I think this is a must. So try simplifying.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, let me get this right. You prefer to make the -3/4 to have the same denominator as the other guy.
Yeah, just to be safe, because it's a new topic.
But you also have the understanding that in multiplication, you don't have to.
Yeah, of course.
Right. I'll take it that way for now. Right. Okay, good. Right. So sine to A is done, and all is good and all is well. Right. We're moving just a little bit faster. We're moving to the new question. Look at that. The new question at page 8. What is the difference between this question and our self-made question?
It doesn't specify which quadrant it is.
Oh, it does. I am very sure that it does, although he's doing it indirectly. The question maker's duty is to always do that for this kind of question. So he did.
Oh yeah, he did
do his job.
Yeah, it's quadrant 4.
I totally agree with you. For some reason, that's what people like quadrant 4. Don't know why, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference though? Besides this indirect method, there is another difference.
It didn't give us anything.
Fair enough. I will say he gives you P instead of a fraction.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate way of the question maker saying to us, you are not going to use your calculator because there is nothing to use it on. There's really nothing. If you have a fraction, you can still sign inverse, right? You can still go to that route, right? Here, it's just nothing. Now I'm going to start by giving you a hint. The method Ainesh, to handle this question is exactly the same. Exactly the same as what you have done. It's just that we're dealing with the fraction p over 1 instead of, a number. Do you think you can do this question?
I'm gonna try.
Please do.
I'm back.
Right. Yes, Aditya. Right. So in this substitution, there isn't much to learn beside the substitution. The rest are easy one, so to speak. Okay, Aditya. We'll move on to the next work example, right? And don't look at the answer key, as per usual. Right, just show the question a bit. All right, okay, don't look at, right? Now, look at this equation, same thing. Would you even suspect that this can be quadratic? Would you suspect that? You're looking, you just show yourself the substitution. Close it, right? Okay, don't. Okay. Ainesh, the hint is P over 1. P over 1. Who is 1? Who is P, right? So Aditya,
Yes.
are you able to guess the substitution? Make a proposal, I suppose. Make a proposal.
Y equals 2 to the power of x.
Would you please try that substitution? And let's see what happened, right? Would you please try?
Okay.
Right. You should write down the substitution, as in you just write down y equals to 2 power of x. That's all you need to do. You do need to do that.
Okay.
Okay, please do. Please try. Zoom out a bit, right? So Ainesh, considering that your x and your y is well placed, and I'm giving you the hint p over 1, may I persuade you to abandon x and y and instead place the p and the 1? Like how you would do that if they are numbers. I would like to persuade you on that. All right, very good. In your presentation, also do not use x and y this way. It will be confusing, right? So p over 1 instead. Is this comfortable enough for you, Ainesh?
I suppose so, yeah.
It is not the wrong thing to do. Now, how would you continue with this?
This is minus, and then do.
It is a minus. Most excellent. It is a minus.
Yeah.
Aditya, you must write. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. No, never mind. What you wrote is fine. Go ahead. That means your in this is quite okay. At least I have some confidence in your in this, Aditya. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with your in this.
Yeah.
Right. Now I'm going to stop you there, Ainesh. You did commit an error in your Pythagoras. Please be careful. Think about it.
Oh.
That is better. You commit another error, basically. So that's off. One more error. Think about it.
My Pythagoras?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Most excellent. Most excellent. Very good. That will be now correct. Does this feel comfortable?
Yeah.
You can now find your tangent theta, I would say. Okay, Aditya, very good. Your quadratic. Okay, I like the speed, but more importantly, I like that you are correct. Okay, how are you going to continue after this?
All right. Right.
Right, and your tangent will be done, and that's it. Next,
Let's go.
Yeah, this is not the hardest question, but this is very near to the hardest variation they can give for this one. For this one.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions so far?
No.
All right. How about we attempt another variation of the question, of the topic, sorry. There's a lot of variation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it'll be a little bit new, right? It'll be a little bit new. Let me try this. Oh, you put the big. Okay, okay, never mind. I thought you copy. Okay, excellent. You put the big guy there. Okay, no problem. Right, good. Yeah. Okay, Ainesh, you're gonna do a random choice of schools, right? Okay, I'm gonna give you 3 schools. You choose randomly between them. Bedok Green, Bukit Panjang, or CHI. No, oh, CHIJ. Yeah, that's fine.
CHIJ.
CHIJ, let's go. Right, so Aditya, I think you got, I am happy. Would you please check your answer? I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm right.
Good. If there's another example, kindly read. If you understand, time to really try some exercise.
There's no more examples. It's just question to know.
All right, you choose your practice because we're just moving ahead. We go slow. They are not very difficult. I would probably say that H may give you some trouble. H,
1H.
3H. No, 3. Well, 1H, 3H, true. 1H, 3H might give you some trouble. It will be nice to know how to deal with them. And question 5 might also need some familiarity. Other than that, you choose your poison, but don't practice everything, Pick and choose. Pick and choose so that you benefit from it, right? Okay, for you, Aditya. Okay, should I select this one? Oh, no. I should be selecting something else. Something else that you... Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to teach you something, right? I have to teach you something new, yeah? Ainesh, look at page 10. Okay. Right. So, Ainesh, the professional way of drawing a graph starts by not drawing graph. The professional way of drawing a graph, especially in the accurate way, the sine, cosine, and tangent graph, starts by not drawing the graph. It starts by proper scaling. There you go. The fourth one is long. The fourth one is long, right? I'm preparing both of us to draw the sine graph because I need to teach you something new on it, right? We'll start with the old sine graph. So this is my first thing to do. I would say this is also your first thing to do. Okay, let's be professional. Let's prepare your axis and your scale, right?
Okay, my paper as well.
You use your paper. Just this paper is fine. Totally fine. As long as you scale nicely, you'll do well.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, let me see the scale. All right, so look at your scale, yeah? Now, where is it? My Jamboard, right? Okay, now, I have 4 here because the 4 quadrant will help a lot. You only have 1, so that's not very good. So I have 1, 2, 3, then the last one will be long, right? Right, you don't divide very evenly, so make the last guy a bit closer. Right, and then you cancel the old long guy, right? Make the last guy long and then cancel the old one. Aditya, are you waiting for something?
Oh no, I'm trying to see which question is going to be the biggest pain in the quiz.
Correct. However, you should also choose the one that is just outside your ability, just a bit outside your ability. You should also pay attention to those questions, not just the biggest pain, right?
All right.
Most of them will not be painful after you know what to do, right? So practice something that will benefit you, meaning practice something that you just seem to not know, right? Okay, very long. Yes, very good, Ainesh. Good. Now, I am not objecting that your Y scale is different from your X scale. That's fine to me, as long as this distance and this distance is the same. Okay, Ainesh?
Yeah.
Would you like to change your Y-axis given that? You don't have to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
All right. Now, the second professional thing to do is to give yourself helpful points. Again, we're not drawing here. We're giving ourselves helpful points. Look, I'm only giving myself 2 helpful points. Do you know why I'm doing this? These 2 points especially.
No.
All right, because in my mind, I have a general shape of sine curve. See, a general shape of sine curve. So actually, I'm already targeting this guy, and this guy. But since I know them, I don't bother to cross them. If you like the 5 crosses, instead of 2, you do 5 crosses. Anything that helps. Please do that, Ainesh. Aditya, make a choice quickly. Don't waste time.
Yeah, sorry.
Your choices are fine, I suppose. Your choices are fine. I like them. Right? But you don't have to stick with them. You can stay from question 1. I would say 1A. If it is not obvious, that's already learning something, for example.
All right.
So, Ainesh, your helpful points, please do that.
I don't get it. What do you mean by helpful points?
Right. So what I mean is something like this. Let's say I'm going to delete my helpful points, right? See, no more helpful points. Yeah, no more. Yeah. And so I try to draw without the helpful points. I mean, I'm kind of experienced, I suppose, but even then, I will be filled with some doubt. And my drawing, I would say, is not very nice. I'm not making this up. I'm not purposely making my drawing bad. It's just not good compared to helpful points, at least 2, right?
True. Okay.
And that's why the helpful points are helpful, I suppose. It's still not very perfect, I'm not a perfect human being, but it's better. So helpful points, please. Very good positioning. I like it. So I like your drawing, especially perhaps this is the 2nd or 3rd time. I like your drawing. Now, use your eraser or your the tape, to make the x-axis ... I will explain why, but make it so. I like your choice of substitution, Aditya. I like your choice. At this point, things should be easy, right? So yes, very good. Yes, ... Yes, very good. So Aditya, this is my way of saying, or rather everybody's way of saying, that this is no longer the x-axis. It is the center line, but it is no longer the x-axis, and we'll see why. Yeah, we'll see why. Because the second variation of the curve. Yes, Aditya, you okay?
You called me. You said.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ainesh. Right? My bad. So Ainesh, this is our way of saying that it is just the center line, not the x-axis. And now let me show you a modified sine graph.
Yeah.
Choose a random number for me.
5.
Another random number.
10.
Another random number.
14.
Fair enough. You are a reasonable student in transformation. Your working is fun, Aditya, isn't it? Yeah, your working is fun. Yeah, it's fun. X can be -2 and -1. Just saying. Aditya, X can be -2 and -1 also. Just saying. So you're a reasonable.
Plus or minus.
Very good.
Plus or
You're a
minus.
reasonable student in transformation. Yeah. This guy is affecting the x-axis or the y-axis or both, or don't know. Finish.
This is affecting the x-axis.
I agree. How is another question, but let's agree on that. The yellow guy.
X-axis.
No, y. Y. Pretty sure it's y.
Okay.
Minus 14?
Y.
Yes. And why do I say 10 is also y? Because the y is originally the sine x. So I'm 10 times sine x, so to speak. So I'm affecting the y. If I want to affect the x, I'll get very close and personal with x. Okay. Yeah. Only 3 transformation. There's another one possible. For example, I can plus 1 here. And for some reason, your syllabus doesn't seem to do that at all. So we're just gonna be happy with that, right? If your syllabus end up doing that, then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Now, watch how I do things. Now, the normal one here will be 0, 1, and minus 1, correct or not? Normally, that will be the number. That makes sense? Doing well, Aditya, yeah? And then I see my yellow 10, and then I zip, this is 10, and this is minus 10. Would that make sense?
No.
Of course it does. 10, right? 10 times the y. I'm modifying the y. I am stretching the y 10 times. Make sense?
But why?
Because that's what you learn. Wait, I'm referring to your previous knowledge of transformation. That's why I'm just jumping to things. Do you remember? Right? 10 times. Oh, then I'm stretching it 10 times.
Yeah.
However, you know what? I am kind of like a lazy guy, kind of-ish. I'm a lazy guy, but I want to do things smartly. So instead of drawing a super stretch graph from minus 10 to 10, 10 is over there, can't even fit, right? Instead of doing that, I am just going to modify my scale and be happy with it. There you go. Instead of redrawing a weird graph, I will simply change my scale and totally acceptable. Do you understand what I just did, Ainesh?
Yeah, you use transformation.
However, I make it concrete, not by redrawing. I just change the scale and be done with it.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Can you follow me?
Yeah.
Right. Minus 14 is a simple transformation of moving things where? Looking good, Aditya. Aditya, again, you're forgetting the plus and minus.
Oh, whoops.
Right. Minus 14, Ainesh, is what kind of transformation affecting the y? Yeah, so moving it where?
This is affecting. So it is.
Moving it. In the y-axis, there's only up and down, right? So are we moving it up? Are we moving it down? Are we misunderstand? Down. So I can, if I can move it down 14, I suppose. So I will have to, move this guy to, I will move this guy to minus 14, I suppose. That's what I need to do. I will also need to move this guy to, no, I'm sorry, minus 4. What am I talking about? Sorry. I'll move this guy to minus 4. There you go. Minus 4. And then move this guy to minus 14. And move this guy to minus 24. And then redraw everything also. That would make sense? Yes? Everything moved down by minus 14. Okay? Yeah. Or I could just do the same thing. Minus 4, minus 14, minus 24. And formality is very important. This is now my 0. So therefore, this is my x-axis. I redraw my new x-axis. Am I making any sense?
Yes.
Okay. Lastly, my 5
is a bit like I haven't done it in a long time, so it's taking me some time to process.
Especially that I'm not doing it normally, especially, right? But can you appreciate that I am doing the transformation? Can you at least see that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to deal with the 5 later. I'm going to ask you to be comfortable with the y transformation first. It happens to be the easier one. Okay?
Okay.
When you're ready, I'm going to erase my graph and then you're going to do your transformation. Okay, for the yellow guy and the red guy. Whenever you're ready, I will erase. You say you're ready. So, Aditya, your proposal on the substitution, what will y be, right? This is the interesting thing. Do you have any proposal?
It has to be, I think, 1 over x squared.
I will say that is a good guess. Please give it a try. Okay, Ainesh, whenever you say you're ready,
Yeah, I'm ready.
I will erase it and then you do your graph, right? Strongly suggest not to redraw. Right. Now, if this is correct, then things should be easy, Aditya. Good. Ainesh, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Of course.
Okay.
All right. The yellow and the red guy. Never mind the blue guy first.
So transformation.
Right. We start from the 1, 0, minus 1, because that's the standard sign graph, right? 1, 0, minus 1 on the y-axis. Okay, that's our thinking process. We start from there. Okay.
Let me change it to -10.
Minus 10. Okay, go ahead. Maybe you can use your pencil or something, you're just getting the hang of it. That's up to you.
And like this is -10 and this is 10.
I will agree with you, but what happens to the 0?
It remains 0.
Why is that so?
There's a scale just increases by 10.
Because 0 times 10 is 0. That's
Yeah.
another way of saying what you're saying is also correct. Wonderful. You handle the yellow guy done, right? Done lah. Yellow guy done. Go ahead. Okay. That's
Mr.
10.
Phillips,
That's
I'm kind of stuck on what's the next step.
all right. I believe you're supposed to find the x, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So first thing first, you can do the flip lah. If it makes it easy to see, x squared will be equals to 2 over 3. Will that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that makes so
and
much more
then
sense.
the other, and then you handle this. So, Ainesh, how are you going to handle the red guy? Everything should be moving where?
Okay. Everything
Should be
moving 14.
moving down by 14. So,
Yeah.
Aditya, you shouldn't be stopping at x squared. You should be stopping at x, yeah? So you are almost there, but
Oh,
not
yeah.
there, right? Stopping at x.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very good, Ainesh. I like it. And then for formality means important. So in this case, it is important. You have to tell the examiner where is the x-axis, because currently you don't have an x-axis. Yeah, with a proper scaling. The scaling must be a bit, agak-agak, but it should be there. Yeah, not the straightest x, but I kind of agree with your position, right? And then you say there will be a 0. There you go, right? Are you feeling comfortable with the yellow and the red?
Yes.
Very good.
Oh.
Red would be correct for you and yellow will be correct. Now, the original number for this guy, what will it be? The original number for that guy here will be?
For which guy?
This guy. I'm now talking about the x-axis because I have to handle the blue guy. So original guy here will be?
It'll just be x.
No, it'll be 360 degree. Because this happens in 360 degree. This is 90, this is 180, this is 270, this is 360. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
All right. So this guy is 360. I'm just focusing on one guy, 360. What will the transformation do? 5 times x. What will that 5 do to the graph?
It would.
Take a shot, okay? Take a guess or refer to your notes. I'm totally okay, but take a guess as much as you can. Yes, please. I agree with your
move
D, Aditya. Yes.
half left. So
So you're saying it will be moving left lah, or right lah. In this case, left. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
I kind of disagree because left and right will entail plus or minus. Correct, correct.
Oh, yeah.
There's another option besides moving left and right.
The anchoring.
The anchor, oh no, yes, the anchoring, however, deals with, that guy, the S, the S, the S,
What?
yeah. I'm trying not to spoil it for you, right?
Okay, say it again.
Okay, I'm gonna play hangman with you, right? Looking good, Aditya, looking good. Yeah?
I'm a bit like I'm just thinking, trying to
Yeah.
figure out what it would be in the brackets.
Oh yeah. Sorry, that's not as easy as it seems. Sorry. Right. So yeah, what would it be? Ainesh, I'm playing hangman with you. You make a guess. The 5 will.
It will
Play hangman. Let's play hangman.
shrink.
Yeah. Shrink.
So
Stretch or shrink. Stretch or shrink lah. Stretch or shrink. Sorry. So what's your what was your opinion here? Is it gonna shrink or is it gonna stretch?
because it's x is inverse. X is stupid.
Correct. X is weird, right? X is weird. We don't know why it's weird, but we do remember it's weird. So I have an option here. I can shrink it to 1/5, 1/5 of the size, right? Something like that. Yeah. Which is kind of like doing this, I suppose. That's one way to shrink it to 1/5. Make sense?
Yeah.
And this guy, notice this guy will be 360 divided by 5. There will be 72 degrees. Does this all make sense?
Yeah.
That's why I'm ending before 90, correct? Again, making a lot of sense, yeah?
Yeah.
Or, you know what? I'm not interested in doing that. Or I can just make this guy 72 degrees and be done with it.
Yeah.
Right? I will personally choose this method lah, because it'll be fine, totally fine. Okay?
Okay.
Once you handle the last guy, then you start to handle the 3 other guys. I cannot stress how easy this makes it. If you try to handle the first guy, there is no real advantage, especially the second and third guy. Just handle the last guy first. You can handle the first, second, and third. Okay?
Okay.
So tell me who is the first, second, and third then now?
72.
Divided by 4, I suppose. That would
Yeah.
be one way to see.
18, then 36.
Then
4,
54.
and then 72.
Right. Now keep the 72 equals to 36 divided by 5. No penalty will come out of it. That's just the easy way to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
When you're ready, I will erase the x-axis. You handle it.
Oh. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yep. So handle it, please. Now, Aditya, I noticed that this is the first time you face some trouble, right? Right.
Yeah.
So you're still facing trouble guessing it, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it would be.
All right. I don't sense any mistake, so let's go along with this. Yeah. Now, have your calculator in front. I was wondering whether you know how your
Oh, I
calculator
thought
can
this was
assist
like
you.
a non-calculator, so I.
Are you supposed to be non-calculator in your exam?
I
Then I'll
mean, no,
refrain
but
my-
like I just decided not to.
Just whack it with calculator lah, because then we'll save some time, learning things lah. So go ahead, use your
Okay.
calculator. Okay. Now, Ainesh, I'd like to see you
sorry.
handle the 5.
I mean, fortunately, the session's ending, but the camera is going to run out.
Right. So handle the 5 quickly for me. Make me happy.
So I did key it in, and I was right. The answers are really wonky. You get a 2.88 something.
Wonky. Now, what does your school say when things are wonky? You're supposed to do something here other than just quoting the decimal. You're supposed to do something else here. So it's wonky lah. It's wonky. Okay. What are we
Make it a
supposed to do?
fraction?
Unfortunately that is not always possible. It would be. I suspect not, because the decimal is just so ugly. I suspect not. There is something else to do here. Do you know what it is?
No, I don't remember.
You are to use the formula. That's the way you should handle.
Oh my
stuff,
god!
Right? Yeah,
It's
wonky
in
stuff.
the question. It says use the quadratic formula to solve these equations.
Now you know why, right? Now you know. Right. Okay, so Ainesh, for you, the labeling, let me make it clear. Of course, the position of your labeling is correct, those things. However, you must, for formality's sake, label it on the x-axis. So you are supposed to draw the 18 degree here with all this dot, dot, dot. As weird as it is, you must do that for formality's sake.
Okay.
Like that, right? All the dot, dots, right? Other than that, excellent and good. No. Now. The center line is not the x-axis. That's why I'm saying. The center line is not, the x is on top. So it will feel weird, but that's the right thing to do. Right? Yeah, like it. Yeah, all 72 also, I'll move everything up.
It's so ugly.
It is ugly. It is ugly, but it is ugly correct. For now, we'll settle with that. Okay. You're going to make your own question, right? And then you're going to draw it, right? Do it professionally. Now choose something else besides cosine, please.
And now?
Yes, now. Something besides sine. I'm sorry, something besides sine.
Because the camera will run out like any second.
Oh, let's move quickly. Come on.
Okay, something besides sine, cosine.
Cos, all right. One random number.
9.
9, a bit too much. I'll go for 3. And then another random number.
12.
12, all right. And then one more random number.
Minus 20.
All right, I'll up it up and plus 20. Would that be okay?
Okay.
All right, this is your homework if you cannot finish, but try to finish here and do it professionally. Your homework for Wednesday, yeah? If we run out at 3 or something.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, Aditya, excellent. All right, so we are getting a minus inside the root, which is not good. A minus inside the root is not good at all, right?
Yeah.
Right. So either that is an indication of the question is wonky, or maybe we have a careless mistake. Which one do you think it is?
Definitely my mistake.
Because the calculator tells us that there is an answer, right?
Yep.
Right. It is quite easy to spot the mistake because you should be suspecting the minus problem already, man. That is your first suspect. Find your mistake. I'm seeing it already, but it's easy to see other people's mistakes, right? You have to see your own.
Oh wait, no. Another one.
You should be suspecting something. You should be suspecting something quite clearly because it's a minus problem, right? Okay, Ainesh, but the first guy is a bit wonky, the scale, Ainesh. So that part I don't like. That might mess you up. Right? The first guy in the x-axis, it's the scale is wonky there. Right? Just be careful. Right?
It is. Is it in the quadratic equation?
No. I'm just seeing it. I just go straight to numbers first because that's my first suspicion usually, and I directly see it. It's the numbers inside the formula. Because we're not supposed to have minus 55. The minus is a problem, so there may have a problem in the previous line. The numbers might be a bit wrong or something. Right? I agree it's supposed to be minus 3, but it's minus 3 bracket square, right? You have to bracket the minus 3 square, right? So you will still end up with 9, right? You'll still end up with 9.
But it doesn't make a difference though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't think it's a very bad mistake, and that is not the mistake I'm referring to. There is another mistake, quite clearly, right? I'm happy with the minus 3. I still think that is worthwhile. Okay, so less wonky, Ainesh. Good. Are you going to do your helpful points? Your helpful point is not on the scale. Your helpful point is not on the scale. It's not on the scale. Look at your y-axis scale. Your helpful point should be downward. More downward, please. Yeah. So it's wonky based on the scale. Yep. You found your mistake, yes, Aditya. Good. It is important to find your mistake. Right. All right. Not the best drawing, Ainesh. Make it more curvy.
Like this?
The first and second quadrant not curvy enough, I would say. Not curvy enough, not good. Okay, Aditya. So this number should be your decimal point.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, this is our y, by the way. You're not supposed to write x here. It's very misleading. You should be writing y equals to this. Correct or not?
Yeah.
Right. And then you still have to find the x, which makes it even wonkier. But you're offered to a reasonable stage here. So Ainesh, I kind of okay lah. I mean, for now, let's accept it. So now the bottom one is -1. Be careful. Right. And then do your transformation.
Yeah, I think quadrant 4 is a bit odd, but
I know it's a bit wonky, but for now acceptable lah. For now can do lah, still can lah. Right, the 12 is great, good.
And then you move it up by 20. So
Yep, and then it'll become okay. That's nice. Yeah. Think about it. Yeah, and then that will be that. And then your x-axis as formality is a little bit losing its space, but you still have to do something lah. So maybe you just draw it like super minimum at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you just note that you will be needing space for that because that is a necessity. And something like that, right? Should be longer, but okay, good. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, you're handling the yellow and the red guy pretty well. And how about now the blue guy? So Aditya, move up, please.
okay, so 3.
Yep. So how are you going to handle the 3? Aditya, move up, please, so I can follow you.
Yep, just one second. Let me correct my usual error of no plus or minus.
Yeah. Oh, this is super wonky. Super slow. Okay,
You're gonna check the answer key.
Okay, you're rejecting the minus for no reason, I feel.
Yeah,
because you do not understand cube. Cubic can become cubic can become right. Yeah, you're doing it wrongly. Yeah. Okay, so be careful. Your presentation is wonderful. You're doubling on the 30, 60, 90, and 120. So the one on the center line is not necessary. But other than that, you're missing the degree and everything is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Believe it or not, this is another variation. We have covered the other variation, which also, will give you reasonable marks in exam, right? Tomorrow we'll look at the exam level questions, and
Yes.
I mean on Wednesday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I am happy to hear that means you're recovering almost fully.
Yeah. I should be school ready for tomorrow.
Very good, very good. Ainesh, you tell me your updates on Wednesday, and today, very good job.
Thank you.
I will see you on Wednesday. Ta-ta.
All right. See you. Have a good night.
You too. All right.
Well,
what do you think, Aditya? Wonky
They
stuff?
keyed it in the calculator and they basically got the same answer I did as in the calculator.
Correct. So we are currently happy. We're currently happy. Okay. Currently, we are okay with this. They just make it wonky, but we have the tools to deal with it. Okay. All right. We should be ahead of the class. If your class is covering something, not these two things, the graph and this guy, is because he's starting from the other guy. The other guy is not gonna be very difficult, as you would see.
All right.
This should be the harder part, and at least this provides some challenge to us. Okay, good.
Yeah.
No homeworks for me. There is no need. Everything is in advance. Good job for today.
Right.
I will see you on Wednesday.
All right. See ya.
Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.